Sup, everybody?
Yeah, what's up?
Philip and Zach here from Time to Game. We just finished The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 5, titled Feel Her Love.
Yes.
Did we feel love in this one?
Not quite love. A lot of hate.
Yeah.
Lots of gore.
It was tough love, and there was a lot of tough to go around.
For real.
So the episode starts out, who the leader of the WLF?
I thought Isaac was the leader. But
Okay, sure.
that lady was...
Was that the same girl from the previous episode?
Yeah, with the flashback?
Yeah. So she's talking to another girl, and
Another interrogation scene. Much more civil this time.
and what it does is it brings up that they're still holding into the hospital, but there is some bad stuff going down in basement floor 2.
Yeah, basement
B2.
2.
So then that cuts off. It was a pretty good scene.
Yeah.
Cuts to
The
Ellie
theater.
and Ellie and
day
Dina.
2.
Yeah, Seattle day 2.
Yeah. And it was Dina taking notes.
Listening to the radio,
yeah,
tracking their patrol routes and whatnot.
Ellie tries to help, but quickly realizes that she is useless. Then she...
And they talk about they're going to have to be able to make a way to the hospital through the long building. They don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Ellie runs off, explores the theater.
Oh, yeah, she finds the music hall, I guess. With
Yeah.
some convenient guitars. It's nice. And she started playing Future Days. That was the name of the first episode.
Oh.
And it's a song by Pearl Jam
I can dig it.
that Joel sings in the game.
Fuck, dude.
I know.
So then,
Like, she started singing it, then she got... I kind of saw that she realized or remembered why she was there, and she, like, kind of zoned back in and...
yeah, got
that's-
a narrow tunnel vision. Remembered. Okay.
And Dina comes in and, like, updates.
That's when they head out.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. That's when they head out, start walking down the middle of a street
Broad daylight, trying to stay in cover.
in enemy territory.
Yeah, because the enemies, they'll only be looking in the shadows.
Yeah.
That's when we get a backstory on Dina's first kill.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because Ellie didn't ask. Which was tragic, of course.
Right.
Like they said.
I like how it comes full circle again. She's talking how she snuck out to play with a gun. Nobody's going to fuck with her is what she says. Comes back, sister and mom mutilated.
Yeah.
She killed the raider. And then looks at Ellie and says, I don't know what else, or she would not have wanted to see that happen. And then tells Ellie, you saw what happened to Joel. Do you want to keep going?
Right.
Because Ellie keeps saying, we need to turn back. Dina's pregnant. And so she's concerned about
She keeps
Dina
getting sick.
Yeah.
And I think she said the line, like, if she hadn't killed him there, he would have, or she would have hunted him down for the rest of her life if
Right.
he had to. Yeah.
So she keeps telling Ellie why, or letting her know about why they need to keep going, right?
Yeah. And she inevitably decides to keep going.
Right. Yeah, about. So then it goes to night. They've been traveling for a while. They finally make it to the long building.
Yep.
And
She says, no gun. We run first.
last resort.
Yeah, last resort. We do not shoot. Like, they have searchlights everywhere. Like, the wolves are searching for whoever. And as soon as they use a gun, they'll get spotted. And then they find a bunch of stalkers. Like, they just keep popping up out of nowhere. And
They find out
immediately
reason why WLF wasn't going
in
into that long building.
Yeah. So they got surrounded, you know. Ellie's immune, so she tries to protect Dina. And Ellie started blasting.
So anyway, she starts blasting.
So she starts blasting.
She's getting overran. And I was wondering how this was going to come up. Again, my game recollection is off, but I was happy to see Jesse show up
Yeah,
and save
the
him.
day. Yeah, I was happy to see Jesse, but then again, I'm kind of because Ellie being the main character, like you're soloing this whole thing in the game, and just another comparison to the game to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ellie gets her ass handed to her quite a bit.
She really does. She must be playing on expert.
I guess. Yeah.
So they make it out of the warehouse, away from the other stalkers, right? WLF is giving chase because of the gunshots.
Right. You get a bunch of strays flying after them. And,
Then they run into the park,
yeah.
right?
And the wolves stop chasing them then.
So I guess there's an understanding that the scars are there. Well, we don't know why they quit giving up chase.
I guess that's their territory.
Right.
The Scars territory. And
they come up on a sacrifice scene.
yeah. I
Dina-
started questioning them at first, but it kind of looked like a sacrifice, though, didn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Or
The dude's
dude
like,
wasn't. He was like, unless you're gonna kill me, never mind. I'll join the scars. Too late.
yeah. He's like, I have locations.
And that was
I don't
a
care.
pretty brutal scene.
Oh, man, it
They
gutted him.
grabbed him
yeah.
by the neck. He was just holding on by his tippy toes. They put a bucket underneath.
Had like a little scythe, I think.
Yeah.
Those hook knives or whatever.
And then they gut him.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And then I guess I missed the part, but somehow Dina catches an arrow.
Yeah, like
Definitely
I
to the
guess
knee.
someone spotted him. We didn't see like the arrow get shot off screen,
Mm-hmm.
But she got shot right in the knee or the thigh or one.
Ellie says, "You take Dina
Oh,
to Jesse,
Distract.
and then I'll distract him."
Yeah. And that's what happened. Distract him. But then, I guess Ellie sees a sign for the hospital.
Yeah.
So it was like, Jesse said something about going back to Jackson, and I guess Ellie was like, I ain't having that.
Yeah.
So
She's still on course to fulfill her mission
right, avenge.
avenge Joel. So she makes it to the hospital,
Yeah.
sneaks through, almost gets caught.
By the
Those damn dogs.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Man.
they were rough in the game too.
Sure were.
But she makes it in there.
And immediately finds Nora.
Yeah, thankfully. Yes. Well, earlier in the episode, Dina told her that she was on the north side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she has a compass and is using it.
Yeah. I guess there's literally no one else against the wolves because they're like having these radio conversations completely open, and the Scars don't use any kind of technology apparently,
Right.
and so they knew exactly where Nora was, down to the room apparently.
Gives her, sneaks up on her.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Well,
Fuck is Abby.
Yeah. Where's Abby? And Nora's
Will not give up.
no. She won't give up.
Well, they all have
Abby.
military training.
Yeah, and
Right.
they all lost somebody at the hospital in Salt Lake City. And Nora like taunts at Abby, I believe, like Joel crying like a bitch or something.
Yeah, telling them that fucking bitch got what he deserved.
Yeah.
Gives chase. She's about to pull the trigger, runs off, throws some.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, something,
alcohol or
whatever.
Water, bloody bandages.
Whatever it was, they had the gallon of it.
Yeah.
Gives chase. She starts running and screaming. Ellie gives chase, and then she runs into a dead end. And then she looks over in a corner.
Nora
Somewhat-
went through an elevator shaft
Yeah.
to basement level 2.
Yeah, the elevator gave way when she was trying to get across to it.
Yeah.
And they go down there, and then we learned earlier that everything was up in, that it's in the air.
Yeah, spores.
Right.
The-
But earlier during that first scene, you say it's in the air, but it's not coming up and through the vents and everything. So, what do you think that insinuates? That
I don't
the,
know. It's not
the
the spores aren't strong
cordyceps
enough.
stuff or something? is smart and is deciding not to keep spreading out.
That or it's in the basement and gravity's keeping it there.
I guess so.
know.
So they make it down to
hope.
basement 2, right?
Yeah.
She gives chase. It's kind of a slower portion where you're getting the scene of basement 2.
Yeah, all the fungus and stuff growing
Yeah.
on the walls and all the spores in the air.
She sees
Cloudy.
several cordyceps absorbed into the wall, right? And they're still just breathing out the spores.
Oh yeah, I guess that's how they.
And they run into
Came
the
to be in
team
the air.
earlier during that first scene. They said they lost people to, and they locked it up. Didn't mention that whenever they noticed that the people who were giving chase, we know Nora and Ellie, they said they went down to basement 2, boarded up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then cut back, going back to Ellie. She goes through there and she hears the coughing from Nora. And this is.
And Ellie slowly walks up. Then Nora, realizes that Ellie's not coughing or reacting to the spores at all.
Saying, "You killed us both." Did I?
Yeah.
That was a good. She really put on the intensity with that. It's something during the first, leading into this second season, I was reluctant that she could pull off, and it seems. And she's got some more. She has more depth that she can go, but the intensity she was given in this, when Nora's finally caught up, Nora says, "You know what he did? He killed everybody in that hospital. Killed Abby's dad."
And she remembers her, like the rumor of a girl that couldn't
Right.
get infected.
You're her. You're real.
It's like, oh, you're real, yeah. And that was awesome for Ellie because she knew she'd won because she can't get infected. Nora's laying there dying and still interrogating her, and Nora just taking it like a champ,
Yeah.
not talking.
Starts beating the legs out of her.
Yeah, finds a pipe and starts.
Just waylaying on her.
Yeah, well, it didn't show her die there, but
It's kind of insinuated.
yeah, she's infected and getting beat to death by the main character.
I figured she was going to be like, I can make this quick, or you can end up coming back as one. Trying to use that as leverage to
And
find out. But they didn't go into
Either
it.
way,
Right.
Nora knows that she's dead either way.
So then, cuts to the last scene.
That-
It's obviously a flashback.
Yeah, it's a
Ellie
flashback,
waking up.
yeah. Back in the early days of them getting to Jackson, I guess.
And good
that's-
old Joel pops open. Says, "Hey,
Hey,
kiddo." Yeah. Overall, I felt it was a really good episode. Not nearly as epic as some of the previous episodes, but it didn't need to be. Yeah, got the point across. Pretty much anywhere they go, there's going to be danger in some form, where the cordyceps, the scars, or the WLFs.
Yeah.
And the downtimes, although I really didn't, it was kind of confusing about why Dino would get mad at Ellie about, "You didn't fucking ask about my first kill," or, after that part of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I was just like,
Yeah. Maybe it's that Dina doesn't want to be babied,
right.
you know?
Yeah.
She survived through all this too. And now, just because I'm pregnant doesn't mean I'm like a weakling now, you know?
Right. No, yeah, I can get that. Overall, it's a still superb episode of television. Don't rightfully know what I'd give it, but overall, it has some really good highs and really high lows. I
Really
reckon.
high lows?
Yeah, it
I wanna
stayed
give
pretty
it
consistent.
An 8 out of 10.
I think 8's a good one. 8 out of 10. Time to game. Stamp it.
Stamp it. Yeah. But that was a shorter episode than normal. It was only 45 minutes instead of like the hour.
So we have 2 episodes left.
6 and 7. 7's the last episode. Dang.
Well, thank you so much for listening to our riveting review of The Last of Us, Season 2, Episode 5, titled Feel Her Love. Thank you all for listening. This was Philip and Zach here at Time to Game, and keep on gaming.